afternoon, guys. Welcome back to the Gregory Wright Show. We have another illegal alien who killed and severely injured another U.S. citizen. Can you believe that? It's unbelievable. And, you know, before I kick off, I want to say that the reason why I chose this story for today is for at least three reasons. The first reason is, hey, it's the holiday season. Drinking and driving is not cool. So if you are going to drink, don't drive. If you're going to drive, don't drink. Or take a cab to and from where you need to be, and you'll be all right. Secondly, crime, no matter who you are, is unfortunate, especially when somebody dies in the aftermath as a consequence. We need to be all aware of our surroundings, and we need to take care of what we do, because the moment we blink, our lives could be gone like that, or we could be on a gurney inside of an ambulance headed towards the hospital. Third reason why I chose to make this video is because you got another illegal alien that is harming U.S. citizens. I looked at a poll this morning, and it broke down the top issues that were on top of mind of most Americans. Those two issues were, of course, inflation in the economy, and then the second issue was public safety and immigration. Okay, we know for the past 3.5 going on 4 years, the Biden-Harris administration has been absent at the U.S. southern border, letting to the tune of 15 million, give or take, illegal aliens flood our country, going all sorts of places within the United States. And the fourth reason why I chose to make this video was because, you know, we all need to be in lockstep with the Trump administration. Trump administration, to include Tom Homan, with this mass deportation effort. And slowly but surely, all these defiant state governors and city mayors across the United States who are woke, blue cities, blue states, they're slowly coming around, because I want to highlight these types of stories. If I have to do one story a day highlighting the fact that how illegal criminal aliens are, how much they are harming our U.S. citizens who are here legally, I want to highlight these facts, because we cannot stay on the current trajectory. We have to do a better job at working together as Americans. This is not a Democratic issue. This is not a Republican issue. This is not an independent issue. This is an American issue. We cannot have a prosperous and safe country, a sovereign country, without borders. And we need to be in a position to enforce our border laws as much as possible, no matter against what friendly nation state, adversarial nation state, whoever it is, our foes or allies. We as Americans need to reinforce and double down on the fact that we cannot be great, we cannot be the best in the world if we do not secure our borders. Okay, so enough of that. Let's dig into it. But first, I would like to remind everybody of the stupidity on X coming from Tucson, Arizona mayor, which I went over last night in my last video. It's going to take some time to pull up. Latency issues. Maybe I need better equipment, but neither here or there. We are doing it. Let's scroll down real quick. Here we go. What is her name, by the way? Regina Romero. She sounds Hispanic, but you never know. All right, so we are going to play her as a reminder of the stupidity, and then we'll get into the story. Where is this? Come on, baby. All right. There we go.
Dear Tucsonans, as your mayor, I want to reassure every single resident that I am committed to do all we can to keep our community safe. I am deeply troubled by President-elect Trump's plans for mass deportation. I believe they are cruel and immoral. I will work with our police chief to make sure that our focus remains on protecting and serving Tucsonans. Here in Tucson, we know how to stand up and fight against hate and racist laws. Part of our history is coming together with our faith leaders and other organizations to protect children and families from separation. I am unwavering in my commitment to this fight. While we do not have specific details about how mass deportations will be carried out by President-elect Trump's administration, we do know that it will be painful to children, families, and our immigrant communities. We do not have the exact details as to when.
All right, somebody needs to tell this broad, Regina Romero, that a 7-year-old girl from Houston, Texas, was killed in a car crash because the illegal alien was drinking and driving at late night. Injured her mother too, and her mother, who made it through the crash, is still in the hospital now, but she has to relearn how to walk. So, Regina Romero, I know you're probably not listening. Anybody that's out there that subscribed to my channel who knows this chick personally, Regina Romero, the mayor of Tucson, Arizona, please send her this video because I want to talk to her. I want to talk to her about what she said about breaking up families and all that. All she's doing is fear mongering. All right. The real threat is out there. The real threat is not Donald Trump. Donald Trump wants to bring public safety issues to top of mind on most Americans. And we have to have that on top of mind. 7-year-old girl from Houston, Texas, had a whole life ahead of her, ripped away. That's painful for the families, the surviving mother and aunt that was in the car with her. So you want to talk about families and pain and all this other kind of stuff? Open your eyes and see the stories that are out there. Criminal illegal aliens poses a threat on hardworking U.S. citizens across this country. Without any further ado, we're going to get into this daggone story right here. And here we go.
Of course, because he's taken her away from us. We wasn't ready. She's 7. She didn't deserve for him to be out drinking and driving. She was just on her way home from my mom's house. And if he wasn't out drinking and driving, she would be with us right now, and we wouldn't be at court. We would be at work, and she would be at school with her friends, and her mom would be at home with her family, with us. So we need justice. The laws need to be changed, and I don't want him to get out. He has 2 kids, and imagine someone taking their lives, him getting out, taking pictures, and try to leave the scene instead of trying to get her help. He didn't care. And so now we want to fight for justice for her.
mentioned her mom. So you said she was in the back seat when the wreck happened, and mom was driving.
Mom was driving.
What's her mom's name?
Christina.
Tell us how she's doing. I know you had told me that she's just getting out of surgery. Unfortunately, she's not doing particularly well either.
She had surgery yesterday, and she has a long recovery. She has to learn how to walk again. So we just need to support her as well as help her get through this, because it's all the what could I have done different.
Has she been in a position where you all been able to talk to her? Has she been alert?
She's alert.
Physically is one thing, but mental is a whole other thing. How is she holding up?
She's not good. She lost her only child. So she's not good. She's never going to be good anymore. Her life has changed. Our lives have changed. Our kids' lives have changed. So she's not good.
And she's still in the hospital?
She's still in the hospital.
You always kind of see the signs or hear on TV to the point that it almost just kind of people, I think, ignore it. The whole don't drink and drive and that. But unfortunately, there's a reason why those messages are sent, especially this time of year. And unfortunately, you all have become a face for that. So what is something that you would want the public to know, just kind of moving forward, and maybe some way to carry her legacy on if one person sees this and realizes, oh, I need to be careful?
The laws need to change, because it's always the person that's drinking and driving that gets to walk away. And then the families are left with, this. So definitely the laws need to change, and they need to change immediately. And I'm going to make sure that with every breath in my body, I'm going to fight to get those laws changed for Ivory, because our lives will never be the same without her. And everybody just needs to work together. I don't know, I guess, until it happens to your family, you don't really understand.
I mean, look at the pain. Look at the pain in this woman's face right here. The one that is to, the one that has the head on the woman's shoulder with the green shirt. You could just see that pain there.
Understand everything, but I do know drinking and driving is not, the penalties are not stiffer. That's why they get out and they do it again, and they give them a bond. He gets to go home and he wants a bond, and we got to go and bury her, figure out funeral arrangements, and bury her, and it's unfair.
And that's what you all are looking for today. No bond. You're worried he could flee. You want him to remain in jail.
We're definitely worried he could flee. He has no conscience because he got out and he didn't assist. So we know he has no conscience. And he has 2 kids. What if someone did this to his kids? How would he feel? So he needs to take accountability for what he done to our family and to her, and take the consequences. And I think the consequences would be life in prison. He took a life. Go sit your life down in there.
You said it's Sharonda?
Yes.
Miss Sharonda, I'm Devon with KHOU. Sorry that we're meeting under these conditions. Real quick, I wanted to ask you, Christina, her mom, that's your sister?
No, that's my name. This is Christina's mom.
You're Christina's mom.
So you're Ivory's grandmother?
Yes.
Okay.
And this is Ken's mom,
That's Ivory's other grandmother.
her other grandmother.
Can you talk about Ivory, the kind of girl that she was?
Wow. And she was the life of everybody's, the center of everybody's life. She was just full of life, a lot of personality, smile, loved gymnastics, could flip.
Would do hair, dance. Did he come here?
You want to talk about pain, Regina Romero? This is it right here. This is it right here. Look at their faces. I mean, the only reason why the lady in the middle seems to be joyful is because she's recollecting how Ivory was when she was alive, full of joy, funny, full of life.
Beautiful and energetic.
She could come in here and light up the whole room.
and y'all were all just together Thursday, Thanksgiving?
Yes.
They were just together on Thanksgiving.
I mean, your daughter has, and you've got her, obviously, the loss of her, but also your daughter badly injured. I can't imagine.
5,000.
You could just see the pain. You gotta love these commercials, guys. It was basically at the end of the video, but then a commercial popped up. It's just ridiculous, right? UK Daily Mail. I'm just gonna get through this real quick, maybe about 3-4 paragraphs, so you get the gist. That was a press conference. Obviously, I thought it was gonna be a news report, but I will be your news reporter for this segment, right? We're going to get through this daggone article because it is very important for me to continue to highlight the fact that illegal criminal aliens are harming, killing U.S. citizens who are here legally. Little girls, young women, little boys. Now, until he gets convicted or whatever have you, I mean, obviously they have enough information to keep him in jail. Right? But until he gets convicted, all these charges are alleged. Allegedly. Let's get into it. Adorable 7-year-old girl killed by a migrant 2 months after he was released from jail. And while I wait for this slow-ass computer to give up interrupting my session, then I can get into it. All right, a Venezuelan migrant that could have been deported over 2 months ago was charged with a late-night drunk driving crash in Texas that killed a young girl, Ivory Smith. Chassin, 41, was charged with intoxicated manslaughter, a felony punishable by at least 2 years in prison for the December 1st crash in North Houston that killed 7-year-old Ivory Smith. However, this was not the first illegal immigrant's first run-in with the law. Chassin had already spent 113 days in jail earlier this year for assaulting a family member. All right, Chassin was arrested for that assault in June, and when he was released, he was released on September 24th. He was put on the Immigration and Customs Enforcement hold, ICE. You heard of ICE. If you've been following illegal immigration, you heard of the acronym ICE before. However, those records also shockingly indicate that the ICE hold was lifted for some reason, allowing him to walk free and then allegedly drive drunk. Fox 26 Houston, the outlet that broke the story, couldn't get an answer out of ICE's Houston office, on what led to the immigration hold being lifted. The Houston division did, however, lodge an immigration detainer against Chassin with the Harris County Jail on December 4th. So the accident happened on December 1st, and which is this month, 12 days ago. And you saw the pain. Here's the picture of the little girl here. Beautiful little girl. Life taken too early. This is the suspect who allegedly killed Ivory Smith by drunk driving. He was here illegally. Came across the U.S. southern border. That made him illegally in the first. That was an illegal act in the first place, and then on top of that, he gets caught up in he gets locked up in jail for a domestic dispute in June. He's locked up for 113 days, and now he's held, I think, on $150,000 bond in jail, awaiting his trial. for allegedly killing a 7-year-old girl while drunk driving. So the bottom line is, to wrap this up real quick, my internet is not acting the way it should be. I'm really apologize for the delay and everything like that. But the wrap up is, you heard my intro. I'm not going to repeat that. You heard the press conference with the family. You saw the pain on their face. The same pain that the Tucson, Arizona mayor, Regina Romero, was talking about when she was fear-mongering about Trump's mass deportation plan. The mass deportation plan is going to first focus on the 1.4 million criminal aliens that already have deportation orders. And then they're going to focus on guys like this, Chassin, 41 years old with 2 kids. We're going to start with those guys first. Secondly, we're going to start with, after the mass deportation order group, we're going to focus on deporting criminal aliens separate from that group. It's as simple as that. And, if you are a United States citizen that is legally here in the United States, Trump's deportation plan will not include you. Get that straight. Do your own research. Please do not listen to mayors like Brandon Johnson from Chicago, Regina Romero from Tucson, Arizona. Please do not listen to them. Do your own research. Understand these stories. These are the reasons why I'm bringing the story to you, to my subscribers, and whoever they share this story with. Smash the like button if you are interested in more videos like this. Smash the like button if you've been enlightened by this information that I shared with you, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.